is your Neets channeled messages for this week. Sometimes I do weekly, sometimes I do more than weekly. It depends how things go in life, and it's been a while, so this is a weekly one. Okay, so I'm going to channel messages as usual to give out to whoever is drawn to this reading, because I do believe that the universe does draw people in and knows who will be drawn to this. So I think the messages will be targeted for those people who are drawn to it. So I'm going to start with channel messages. I have got some healing music which I write, which is going to be sort of, the link will be in the comments, and there will be a link that comes up towards the end of this reading if you do want to listen to that. It helps to align the chakras and balance your energies and helps to manifest things into your life. And what we're actually going to be talking about today is manifestation, because I do believe that it's a very important thing, and not everybody's able to manifest easily. I know I've struggled for quite a long time, but I was thinking about when I was a child, when I was young, I used to be able to think about things happening, and they used to happen. And at the time, I just put it down to coincidence or luck. And it was years later, when I went back into my spiritual world, that I realised that I was actually manifesting very successfully, and I'd forgotten how to use it. I'd forgotten how to use those powers. And I am only just trying to get back into that sort of mode or vibe and feeling again to try and manifest things into my life. Some of the things have already happened, some are already happening for me, some I still have yet to master, but it's work in progress. So I wanted to talk about manifestation in general. Like I said, I will have messages for people, specific messages that are targeted for certain people soon, individual messages. But for now, I just want to talk a little bit about manifestation. It's about a feeling, believe it or not. It's about a vibe. It's about feeling that anything is possible and truly believing it to the point where you feel that it's happening. You're living in like this, almost like a fantasy world. You are imagining that it has happened. It's kind of what people would call daydreaming, I would say. And if you can get into that mode regularly, and you can imagine the things happening that you want to happen regularly on a daily basis, they will occur. They will start occurring, because I know, because it's happened. It's happened for me. And it's hard to explain that feeling. The only way I can explain it is that it's like pretending. It's like pretending that it's happened. Like become a child again in your mind. Become a child with innocent eyes where anything's possible. You have to get back to that mode and that vibe and that feeling for it to happen. That is the kind of environment that you will then manifest things. You plant the seeds and then they grow, and you have to keep feeding them. You have to keep watering them. And that is like your thoughts are like the water. So you have to keep daydreaming about it, keep imagining that it's happening, keep pretending that it's coming, just keep living in that world. Obviously not all the time, you can't live like that all the time. You've just got to give it a few minutes each day, I think, or as often as possible for it to actually start to occur. And the thing is, don't give up, because when you give up, it stops working, it stops happening. And that's what I did. I took my foot off the gas a long time ago, and it didn't, it kind of, things stopped happening for me. And it's only when you get back into that vibe and you remember what it feels like to feel like that things start to happen again. Okay, so I'm going to go on to some channel messages for people now. Now we are approaching the Halloween season, so I've got my pumpkins out. I've got the Halloween deck. The Halloween deck's amazing. Love the Halloween deck. I'm going to channel some messages for whoever this is for, who's tuning in. So let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got. I'm getting the name of Annabelle for some reason. So if there's an Annabelle out there, or if Annabelle means something to you, then this message could be for you. I'm also getting the name of Stephen as well. If that message means anything to you, or that name means anything to you, then stay tuned in. Okay. So we've got Annabelle and Stephen. Doesn't have to be the same person. Okay, what we're getting now. Okay, I've got the Skull of Darkness blind spots. Now, this is about fear, as far as I'm concerned. This is about fear. I read intuitively, so my interpretation of certain cards might be different to other readers, but I know what the cards mean, but I strongly use my intuitional psychic abilities to get feelings about the messages. So it's not that I don't know what the cards mean, if that's what you're thinking. Okay, so this deck is a bit different anyway. You can just go with what it looks like, go with what it says. It's not like a traditional sort of tarot deck. It's like an oracle deck. Okay, so Skull of Darkness, blind spot. So somebody is feeling like they cannot put a foot right at the moment. Everything's going wrong. Oh, it's like they're in the dark days at the moment. Something's happened and they just feel a little bit like everything's dark. Everything's at rock bottom. And there's this tiniest little glimmer of hope, but it's so tiny, they can't really see a way forwards at the moment. So if you're feeling like that at the moment, then I feel so sorry that you're feeling that way for a start. And I'll send you some healing. I will send some healing vibes out to you. And I just want to say that, you know, before a rebirth comes a fall. So you must be on the verge of a major transition at the moment in your life, because when you've got everything when everything's at rock bottom like that, then you really are, you know, on a major transitional pathway. Everything needs to change, nothing's right, and you have to find your way forwards. If you don't know what to do, if you don't know how to move forwards, or you don't know what to do, then I'd say don't think too much about how it's going to happen. Just think about how you want to feel. That's important. So if you can spend some minutes each day just trying to feel, a bit like I talked about the manifestation, put yourself in an imaginary world where everything's working well for you. You are happy, you've got all those lovely things around you, lovely people around you. Put yourself in a warm glow and just watch how it changes over the next few weeks. I'd say, well, next few weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, I'd say sometimes is enough. If you can just be thankful for what you've got as well. Try to make a list of everything that you've got that you are thankful for, even if it's very little. Don't focus on what you don't have, and don't focus on the negatives. Just focus on what you have. Make a list. Make yourself feel better by putting yourself in a bubble and imagining a good life, the life that you want. Okay? Try and do that, I'd say, every day for a month, and just see how it turns around. There is a really good book by Rhonda Byrne called The Magic. She wrote The Secret, but The Magic is a workbook, and you literally spend 28 days doing practical examples, practical lessons, if you like, and she tells you what to do for 28 days to turn your thoughts around, to be more positive. And it really works. It really transformed my life when I was at such a low ebb. So I would highly recommend that book. I'm not on commission, by the way. I'm just going to say it from personal experience. It was amazing. Okay, and you can do that as many times as you need to, that book. You can go through it again and again. You don't have to just do it for a month and leave it. You can start again and do it for months and months if you need to. But it does, I think you'll be quite surprised at how much it turns things around. Things start happening, good things, when you don't expect them to. And you start to feel more positive. Okay, let's see what else we've got for whoever's tuning in. I've got the name of Richard coming in, so if the name of Richard's important to you, then stay tuned. I've got the name of Reese. Now, Reese is an unusual name, R-E-E-C-E. I don't know if it's a surname or a first name, but it sounds like a Welsh name, I think. But Reese is coming as well, so if Reese means something to you, then this message could be for you as well. Okay. Somebody's been wearing a mask around you. Some friend has been wearing a mask. They're not being genuine with you. This lady's got the mask on. What you're being told is to accept the situation for what it is, because this lady is not all she makes out she is. She's actually a very unhappy person, and you're taking the brunt of it. So just be aware of this person. You may want to step back from them. You don't have to fall out with them, but I'd say you may want to step back from this person. This lady puts on a front in front of people, and she makes out that she's everyone's friend. And actually underneath there's like a gossiping tongue, and there are double standards. And she's not as genuine as she makes out. And I'd say this friendship kind of is probably ending, because you don't need to be around toxic behaviour like that. You need to step back from it. So just be aware of this lady. I'm getting the name of Rose as well coming in. So I don't know if this is the lady's name or it's just something to do with the person who's listening, who this message is for, but I'm getting the name of Rose as well. And I'm getting a Taurus. I'm actually getting a Taurus. I'm a Taurian, so it's not me, I promise. It could be a lady that's a Taurus, or maybe you are a Taurus who is listening in and who the message is for. Okay, so I'm getting Rose. That lady, I just want to, I want to stop her tongue wagging. That's what I want to do. I want to stop her tongue wagging, because it's just relentless. And nothing will stop her. Nothing will stop her. You don't need energy like that. So if you're getting an intuitional feeling about this happening, or you've got evidence of it happening, step back from this person and just claim your power back and find other friends. Find other friends. Okay, so that's another message for somebody. Let's see what else we're getting coming through. I've got the name of Nick or Nicola. That's coming in. So if that resonates with you, then this message could be for you. I've actually got Lady Godiva coming in on a horse naked. Now, I don't know if any of you have been sort of on a nudist beach recently. It could be, I mean, I have to say what I get, because it could be, if somebody's been on a nudist beach recently, or they've been thinking about going to a nudist club or something like that, then it could be for you. But I've got Lady Godiva coming in, and I think it's symbolic for the person that this message is for. So hats off to you. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but hats off to you if that's for you. Okay, this message could be for you. Vampire. Emotional intelligence. Right, so yeah, you are an intelligent person, and you also seem to know who is going to suck the life out of you, who is going to be a vampire, who's going to suck your energy and drain your energy. You seem to know about these things. And I want to say that, yes, you are right about the people that you're thinking about. The person that you think is sucking your energy, yes, it's right, it is. This is confirmation of that. Okay, so step back. It's a bit like this message earlier. It's, step back from a person. We've got a theme going on here. It's about people letting you down and dark periods of your life. It really is. Yeah, you don't have to stay with that sort of toxicity. You really don't, like I said before. You need to step back. You need to look after yourself. Okay, so that is just a short message of confirmation about somebody that you've been around recently, that you're worried about them taking your energy and not being very genuine. Okay, that is complete confirmation. I always send healing out to my listeners. I always send healing out to people that I want, to help. And these readings are aimed to help, just as my music is aimed to help. I'm a good person, and I want to put it out there to help people. I don't charge for readings like this. Obviously, this is freebie. If you do want to book a reading, you can, and the link is in the comments, but that is entirely up to you. This is a free service, and I'm quite happy for people to use the free service. But if you want it to be more targeted to yourself as an individual, then I can do an individual reading for you. And I try to keep the prices affordable. Okay, so that link, like I said, is in the comments. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot this time. Amazing deck again. Beautiful deck. Okay, what we're getting? I'm getting the name of Lisa. So if Lisa means something to you, then it could be for you, this message. I'm also getting a tropical environment, as if somebody's just been away to a tropical environment. I want to say that they've been somewhere like the Caribbean, or somewhere where there were a lot of tropical plants and it was hot. I mean, I guess it could be Canaries or something, but I thought it was further afield. So I think I'm talking like Caribbean, or Jamaica or somewhere like that, something where there are tropical plants. Anyway, I just saw the tropical plants very clearly. So if that resonates with you, then this could be for you. Okay. We've got a traffic light system in this card. This is the Three of Pentacles actually, but this is like a traffic light system. So what I'm drawn to is the green light. So I feel that whoever this message is for, basically you've been waiting for the right time to do something, whether it's starting a new project, moving house, you're waiting to do something and the time is now right. It's been put on hold. And you're getting the green light now from Spirit. They are saying that the time is right. Everything's in place. Everyone's going to help you. All the plans are going to align and the planets are going to align for you. So it's the right time to make that move or start that project or whatever it is that you're doing. I'm getting something quite creative with somebody. I feel like it could be art related. Or sculpture related even. I'm getting sculptures with this. So if that resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, don't worry. It's about a project. If you're starting something creative or you're just starting a project that could be a new business even, that you've wanted to do for a long time, you're getting the green light to go ahead. Okay. Listen to the people who are younger than you. Now that's a strange sort of message to get, but I always think if there are people younger than you doing the same sort of job or doing something that you want to do, ask the younger people because they seem to be a little bit more informed these days. They seem to have, they've got a more open mind, a younger mind, and they're very ambitious, but in a very innocent way. And they seem to have their ear to the ground a little bit more than us as we're getting older. So if you're a bit older and there are younger people around you doing a similar thing, research it with them, talk to them, ask them how they've got there, ask them what to do. Yeah, and you may have children too. There's a girl and a boy on this picture in my mind. So you may have 2 children. So that could be important as well as part of the message. And be childlike in your approach is what I'm getting with this as well. Be childlike in your approach because your approach is important. If you go in with obstacles and fears like we do as adults, then you're not going to get as far as if you go in with an open sort of innocent childlike approach and childlike mindset. I don't mean childish, I mean childlike. So it's not about being immature and silly and taking daft risks. It's about just being open, like I said earlier, to anything, open to anything, because anything is possible. When you believe it, it can happen, but you have to believe it. You have to believe it first. Okay. I've just got somebody who's been having trouble with their eyes or one eye. I'm seeing something in the crystal ball that looks like an eye, and it looks like it's clouding over. So somebody may have got a little bit of cataracts or a bit of vision problems in one eye. So this could be for you, this message. If you have, I'd like to say, as always, just go and see a professional, get your eyes tested, go and see an optician or somebody or a doctor. If you have problems with your eyes. I don't feel it's anything serious, but I just want to say, just get it checked out. So, but this is more about proof of who the message is for as well, I think. Okay. Okay. What else have we got? I'm going to shuffle again because I'm moving on. So, what else have we got? What else have we got for the listeners? What else have we got for the listeners? Who's this for? Who's this for? I've got the name of Alice coming in. If the name of Alice is important to you or means something to you, it could be for you. Doesn't necessarily mean it is just for that person. If the message resonates with you, then it's for you. That's what I want to say. If the message resonates with you, then it's for you. And if you're drawn to this reading and it resonates, then it's definitely for you. 4 of Pentacles. Okay. This lady's being careful with her money. So this person, whoever, it doesn't have to be a lady, of course, but this person is being advised to be careful with their money as well. I do feel like you may have overspent. It could be the person that's just been away. You may have spent a bit much. I want to say just hold on to your money and don't just readily give it away. Don't go on a shopping spree at the moment. Try and hold on to what you've got and try and save. Try and be a little bit frugal at the moment because it would be better for you in the coming months. You're not home and dry yet financially, I feel, so you've got to be sort of a little bit more frugal, okay? You will soon have more money coming in, I feel. I'm getting next March. Next March could be a really good time for you financially, and it's not that far away. Things need to build up slowly, so just hold on to your money for now. Okay. Next one, Three of Wands. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you are on fire creatively. You really are, and you've got. You're ready to sail. You are. Your ship's ready to sail. This is all tying in with what I said earlier about the traffic lights. Whatever this is, this project, you're being given the go-ahead. It's like you stood at the edge of the water, but you just need to get on the water. You need to get in the boat and let it sail. So if you're having any doubts about setting something up or starting a project, don't have any doubts about it, because you just need to go forward with it. It's got all the elements it needs to work. And you've just got to believe it, that's all. You've just got to believe it. Okay. So that is another confirmation about the project going ahead, whatever you're thinking of doing. What else have we got? What else have we got? Come on, Spirit, come through. Okay. Ah, the sun, happiness. So I do feel that happiness is around the corner from coming from a dark place or a darker place. Happiness is around the corner. You've got some really good things coming up in the next few months. I think March, April especially is going to be extremely good for you. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get there, but things are changing for the better. So if you've been doubting this, then just believe it, because things are definitely changing for the better. You are going to get some signs and symbols. I am seeing somebody getting flashing lights in their house, as if the bulbs are flickering, or they may be seeing flashing lights. And I am telling you now that that is a sign of spirit, and they are trying to tell you that they are around. It could be a family member. It could be somebody that's recently passed over. I'm getting the name of Derek coming through with that. So if that resonates with you, then it is that person or somebody related to that person. You are getting spiritual signs, basically, from your guides or your family. And they are just saying that they are here and they love you and they are supporting you through your difficult times. Okay? So remember that. And if the lights do flicker, try to just say, I know you're there, thank you. And can you bring me more messages? Because they will. They want a response from you and they want to hear your voice. So just tell them. Always ask your guides for protection, of course. Ask them to only bring the highest and brightest spirits into your world. And then you will be protected. But I don't feel that you need protecting. I think it's, these are good spirits. They're nothing bad, nothing negative. Okay, I do feel that somebody has just lost somebody. Somebody's just passed over. I'm seeing somebody go from being quite poorly for quite a while. I feel like it was a bit of a whirlwind. The illness came on quite quickly, and then they were ill for some time, but it happened very quickly. So I don't know if it was a stroke or something like that. It could be cancer, but something happened quickly where it was like, whoa. They got this bad news about illness. They were floored, and then the illness lasted quite a long time. And they have finally just gone over to the God, I can't say it, to the other side. They've finally just gone over into the light. Okay. So this card for me is basically trying to say to you that they are fine. They are in the spiritual realm. They are over the worst. They are fine. They are happy. Obviously, they'll be sad that they're not around you anymore, just like you are. But they aren't suffering anymore, is basically the message, okay? They've gone into the light. And so I don't want you to sort of feel upset about them. You can grieve for yourself, of course, because grief is always about ourselves, about missing the physical presence. Don't grieve for the person who's gone, because they are absolutely fine. That's the message with that one, okay? Let's see what else we've got. Come on. Spirit guides, send me another message through, a channel message for the people tuning in. Okay, the star, yeah. So yeah, this is another message about reinventing yourself. So it's about change, transition. daydreaming about what you want and then putting it into practice. Now, I know that's not always easy, but you just take the small steps. Take really small steps. Read about what it is you want to do. Research it. Look into it. Talk to people who are doing it. And then start to put your own feet forwards, you know, one step at a time. Okay? But whatever you are thinking of doing, it is going to manifest in your physical life. So your goals are realistic, if you believe them. They are realistic. You can achieve what you want to achieve. That's the message here. And this seems to be a message running right through this reading, running right through these messages. It's all about reaching your goals and having the confidence, but you've also got the ability, and it's just believing in yourself and just knowing that these goals are realistic. You can have what you want. You can. It is reachable. It is attainable. So please continue with it. Don't give up on it. Don't give up because you think that it's a pipe dream, because it isn't. You can achieve it. You really can. And this has been said several times now. So you can't ignore what spirits say. You really can't. The money will be there. The money will come in. I want to say by Christmas you might see an improvement, or you might get some good news about finances. Even if it's not there straight away, you may get some good news about finances, because I'm just seeing Christmas in this card, which I know it's 9 of Pentacles. It doesn't look very Christmassy, but in my mind it does, so I'm seeing Christmas. And I think you will be happy, you will be celebrating at Christmas. Not just for Christmas reasons. I mean, if you don't celebrate Christmas, of course, December. I'd say the end of December. I think you will have some good news by the end of December into the new year. Financial things are going to be reachable. It may be that you've been waiting for a loan or the go-ahead on something, a business deal or business plan, getting some finances from somewhere, but I think that is all going to come to fruition and you'll get some good news before the end of the year. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, the world is your oyster, and it certainly is. Looking at this, we're all energy, and we're all energy. We're all able to attract what we want in life if we just believe it, because when your thoughts are energy, and when you think about things, you attract the right situation into your life to make those things happen. And it really is as simple as that. If you can just keep that thought and believe that it can happen, it will happen. But like I said before, you have to completely live it and believe it and imagine it. That's the biggest obstacle that we have, I think, as humans, you know, as adults especially, because our obstacles get in the way and they stop us from believing anymore. You've got to have the childlike magic. Okay, so believe, and it is possible. I'm getting the name of Helen coming in for some reason. So if Helen's around, this could be for you. Oh, again, the Ace of Pentacles, January. I'm getting January very strongly. You will be holding the money in your hands in January. That's what I'm getting. You will be holding the money in your hands in January. You will be able to start your business or start your project or move into that home. January is the time that it's coming in. And whatever you're doing has got roots. It will be long lasting. It won't just be a flash in the pan, a bit of money here, a bit of money there. It will be long lasting. The roots are there. You can see the roots coming down. Okay, it's got growth. Whatever you're doing has got growth. Okay. Like I said, my music is healing, and I will put a link to the music onto this reading. One of the songs, the seed songs, that there's actually an EP called The Seed. There are 3 songs with different remixes. So just listen to whatever one, you know, floats your boat basically. But that is a kind of, it's called, how can I explain it? It's supposed to be a song where it manifests money. And it manifests material wealth. It's about your root chakra. It's about manifesting material things into your life and strength. There is a healing frequency in there that will help you to align your root chakra, to help you to build on the things that you want in your material life. Okay, it's a low frequency, you won't hear it very well, but it is in there, trust me. And if you listen to that song, it should help you to open your mind and believe that you can achieve those things and attract those things into your life. So that's the seed. I'll put a link to one of those songs in this reading, like I said. Okay, that's all I have for now, but I will be back soon with more channel messages. So tune in, stay safe, and get your imagination head on.